got to get used to all these buttons again so that I know what the hell I'm pushing, because I am no good at this anymore. It's been way too long, right? Welcome back, Littermates, to Boss Kitty Live. I am your host, Boss Kitty, and I am slowly remembering how to ride this bike that we call, I guess it's not Boss Kitty Live, the Boss Kitty Show. Relearning to ride this bike we call the show. So it's so good to see everybody. My apologies. I am a little bit tired. We had a really long weekend, as most of you know. I already know I flubbed it.
Mute button on your board.
And then I called it Boss Kitty Live. What? Hey, TK, there's no way for you to open that back door a little bit, is there?
No, you're very quiet.
Oh.
Reach down.
Reach down.
The first knob on the left.
First knob
no,
on
down there.
this left?
Then, yes, there's a little rack down there.
1 second,
First knob
guys.
on the left. Turn it up just a tiny bit.
Is that better?
Looks better.
Wonderful. Okay, we're back. Hi. I promise we're professionals here at the Boss Kitty Show. Almost did it again. Holy shite. So excited for the new Boss Kitty Show. You've done so many amazing things. Thank you, Sierra. Finished dinner just in time. Glad to hear it, Michi. Casey, hello. Cassandra, hello. Kitty, Knit Cat. I saw so many of you at Oregon Flock and Fiber this weekend, and it was so wonderful. Like, we had a great time. We had a great show. It was probably monetarily, it was like the second best off we've ever done. So yay for that. But emotionally, I think it was probably the best off we've ever done. We had so many littermates show up to show their support. We had people show up in cat outfits. We had people gift us items. We had people who were streamed in so that they could say hello. We signed. It was overwhelming and wonderful and amazing. And if you were there, I want to thank you for showing your support just by saying hi. Even if you didn't buy anything, which is totally fine. Just coming in, giving me that hug, taking a picture with me. That meant the world to both me and TK. Thank you. I love my shirt. I promise you guys will have the vest and the ears back next Monday. They're in a box right now because we packed everything up. We got back to the house. We went out to eat real quickly with the people who helped us pack up. We came home, unpacked, and then promptly went to bed by 9 o'clock because TK and I were beat. And I just want to give a quick shout out. Not all of them are in here necessarily, but Wisdom Queen was a rock star this weekend. My dad and my mom and my brother and my friend Emily, who used to watch the show over on Twitch, and she hasn't in some time. They were all incredibly helpful. Just really, really out of this world. It was fantastic and really appreciated all the way around. You wish you were there at off. I wish all of you were off. Someday we'll make it happen. Everybody will be here. It'll be amazing. So I did not purchase anything at the Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival this year. I was a very responsible little kitten and kept my hands to myself. But I was gifted some wonderful things. And I don't have them all out yet because, once again, things are in boxes, including my vest, which has some very cool buttons on it from some of you lovely littermates. But I do have, a lot of you will remember Rosie from Twitch. She moved to Texas some time ago, and she was back in town because her boyfriend's daughter was having a baby. So congratulations to Rosie. And she gifted me this beautiful Stephen West shawl. And I'm going to show this off to you guys real quickly because it's the shawlography, I think. You guys can all see that, I believe. And it's got a little bit of my yarn in it and then some yarn that she dyed up. And then it's also got another yarn dyer in there that I unfortunately don't remember. But there's some Sassy Pants in here, some Cynthia's Lunchbox. The mohair is either Sassy Pants or Bath Yellow, depending on where it is. There's some Electric Lemon in here. And then she dyed up, I believe, this color right here. And then I don't know who this was, but it's stunning. We put it on display at the show and it got a ton of people interested. It's very soft and snuggly. And I'm going to wear this with so much pride. I'm just completely blown away by the talent of this community. You guys are just wonderful. Isn't it gorgeous? It's so pretty. And it was such a great way to start the show because she showed up on Saturday and gifted it. And I was so touched. So that's one shawl down. The next shawl is not one. How did my music come back? I didn't tell the music to come back. That music can stay away. What the heck is happening? 1 second. I'm supposed to be able to push the music button, and the music is supposed to stop entirely. So that was very strange, but here we are. Anyway, the next shawl is not one that was gifted to me, but it's the one that I've been working on. I don't know where the music came from, but it just magically appeared again. But now it's gone. We're good. What is this?
I mixed it.
But you mixed it with what?
With
I'm
the
not.
apple.
Hold on 1 second. Oh my god, that's tart.
It's so good.
It's really good. It'll be better once the apple's brewed properly. I'll get to what that is here in a second. Anyway, so I finished my my big stars and I'm backwards. My big stars and moons and sun shawl, Widdershins, I think is what it's called. And I did this in kitty glitter yarn. It's in Coraline and Tales from St. Olaf. I finished it just in time for the show and then blocked it on Saturday night. So it was out on Sunday. And you guys, it's so soft and so decadent and amazing. Oh no, and I'm getting it caught on this thing because it's, oh no, please don't do that. Whew, that was scary. Look what happens. You catch things all over the place. This is why you don't want large floats, because you end up catching stuff like that. So
When you're on the overhead camera, the counter for your spinner is right behind your head, so please move it. It makes everything really...
this, I will eventually. So I'm going to have to fix this now, but that's fine. Anyway, let's get this up here so you guys can see it real quickly. And it's very large, so I won't be able to show it all off, but you'll be able to see some of it at least. So there you go, right there. Holy cannoli BK, that is awesome, and I love it so much. I love it so much. Thank you, Sierra. Yeah, it turned out really pretty. It did exactly what I wanted it to do, which is to show off the sparkle for our kitty glitter yarn, because Coraline does that better than anything. And it shows everybody how soft our kitty glitter yarn is, because it is not itchy or scratchy in any capacity. Like, this is the softest thing in the whole world. It's not wet, I promise you. That is all just sparkle. So if you've never purchased a skein of our kitty glitter, this is what it looks like in real life. It's nuts. This is huge. I'm gonna find a way to wear it because I love it so much. So we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna put this over here for now because I'm afraid of getting it hurt. Since we're talking about kitty glitter anyway, let's just keep rolling with it, right? So for Oregon Flock and Fiber, we decided to release new kitty glitter colorways for everybody. And those colorways are going to be available to the rest of you lovely littermates in the next few weeks, like the next week or two, I think, where you've got to get pictures taken of them so we can get them up on the website. But I do have them to show off to you. So there are 6 new colorways in kitty glitter. They're not like brand new colorways that you've never seen before. They're just brand new to kitty glitter. And we've got some speckles. So you guys already have fairy farts, right? Hi, Winter's Eve. How are you? I know Coraline's glitter is so good. It's my favorite. So we've got Final Frontier. And this really does not do this justice because it's a lighter kitty glitter, so it's harder to see on camera. But you can kind of see it starts to really just shimmer like a night sky, right? We've got Brass Monkey. This has been one that people have asked me about a lot because we have all those undertones and we don't have a Brass Monkey base for all of them. So now we do. We have, I'm doing great. I'm so tired though. We've got Havisham, which is one of TK's favorite colors. Look at the way that purple breaks, guys. It's just amazing. We have everybody's favorite Laura Palmer. We have it back in stock. I know I'm looking over here, but it's because
No, I don't want to adjust your light. It's a little dark
okay.
on your table.
There we go. We've got Laura Palmer, which, if I'm being macabre about it, it looks like now it looks like a wet dead person, which is perfect because it's Laura Palmer. We have Slimer. Oh God, Ectoplasm. I don't know why I called it Slimer. That was weird. Because I saw this a similar color called Slimer a few times this weekend, I think. Oh, it's in my sorry, guys. It glows in the dark. Or I mean, it becomes invisible in front of the green screen if you haven't noticed. But it is very, very shimmery. And then, yes, we have Murder Mittens. You guys, we finally have Murder Mittens in kitty glitter, and it is just as decadent and delicious. The music is back again. It's the weirdest thing, as you would think it's going to be. It's everything.
There's no music playing.
It was for a second. I just watched the thing come up on VMix and everything. So it's everything I wanted it to be. On top of these 6 new colors for kitty glitter, we also are now carrying Murder Mittens in BKDK weight, which is very exciting. And we're carrying Oopsie in Cat's Cradle. So we expanded a little bit, and those will all be up in the shop. TK, within the week, would you say?
Yes.
He says yes, within the week.
Can I turn your light off here?
Can you turn my light off?
Light up.
Of course you can. What do you? Come on in. He wants his hoodie to stay down.
There we go.
There we go. Good job. So now that we got all that out of the way. Oh, did you want me to tell them the super secret thing that's happening? It's not in the secret, I guess. The post off.
Yeah, say it starts next Friday at midnight and Sunday at midnight.
Next Friday at midnight, which is, I think, the 27th. Let me double check that, though. Next Friday, the 20th. I lied. Next Friday, the 20th at midnight Pacific time, we are doing what we're calling post off. And what that is from the 20th at midnight Pacific time through midnight on Sunday, the 22nd Pacific time, everything in the store will have free shipping applied to it. So we know a lot of you couldn't make it to Oregon Flock and Fiber because you're not local. Or maybe you came to Oregon Flock and Fiber, but you hadn't been paid yet. And you were really bummed that you weren't able to get that skein and yarn you really wanted. Well, the shop is full in stock right now. I think we're only sold out of one colorway at the moment. And that's because it went it off. And that was Forest Park and BKDK. So everything in the shop will be free shipping. That way, if you're not local, you don't have to pay the shipping and handling to have the experience, basically. So that will be for all of the 21st and the 22nd, and it starts at midnight on the 20th. So that night, not midnight morning. So it's a Saturday, Sunday deal, basically. So happy to see so many friends in the chat. I'm so happy to see everybody in the chat as well. Hi, Ginger. I love this shirt. TK got this for me. It's one of my favorite shirts. I know Murder Mittens in kitty glitter is it's so good, you guys. Can confirm Murder Mittens and kitty glitter is delicious. Yes, she can, because she was there. We had dinner on Saturday. It was delightful. Okay, so we're actually gonna spin a little bit tonight, you guys, and we'll talk a little more about off. We'll just have a good time all around. It's gonna be a real chill show because I'm freaking tired. So exhausted. It was a long. You know what big convention shows like this do for me? They remind me that I am not in my 20s anymore. That's what they do. Okay, so we have the spinner out, and we have our newly dyed up larkspur. So this was the yarn that we started to dye up on the last show, I believe. And we did larkspur, and this is a BFL blend. Well, it's just actually a BFL. It's 4 ounces here. This is the kind of stuff that we're going to have in those drop spindle kits. So it's going to be BFL because it's really easy for new spinners to spin with, and it's a delight for seasoned spinners. So that's what we're going to start with. The undertones will be some of the colors that are available. Some of them will be, including larkspur. But I wanted to go ahead and spin some of it up just to see how it works, and so that you guys can see it as well. JK, I got so many compliments on your apron again. Free shipping. Yeah, right. I know. We were like, how can we do something for everybody else? Like we have the Black Friday sale that's coming in November, right? That's pretty standard for us. But we wanted to do something for you guys that couldn't make it to off, and this was the best thing we could think of.
Trina says they assume that free shipping is U.S. only.
No.
Trina is a Canadian viewer.
Is it free shipping U.S. only?
Address Trina. She doesn't know that.
I know. I'm asking you though.
Oh, what?
Hi, you're my business partner, so I'm asking you if that's true or not before I just go off the rails and make that decision myself. $50 or more in orders? We're having a business discussion in front of you guys because we never think these things through before we actually go live.
Yeah, that might be a free.
Can we do that? I'm fine with it. It's not like we're going to have 8 million.
So, yeah, orders, we have to adjust it. Orders $50 or more.
Can we do that? Is that just across the board or? We'll get back to you on it. We'll get back to you on it this week in Discord. We'll have the details in Discord. We will find a way so that people internationally will have some type of discount as well. I don't know if it'll be full free shipping or it'll be a percentage off, but we'll figure it out for sure. We just have to go over those details and look at the books. That is a great question. Thank you for asking. Sorry about that. Hello, Elena. How are you? Reese's Yarns and Crafts. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, everybody. It's so good to see everybody. I should actually push this button and actually start spinning yarn, shouldn't I? Wait, the button didn't work. There it goes. Good job. Okay, so we're just starting this thing up, which means, as you know, you have to get it to actually take to the bobbin first. So it takes a hot moment, but here we are. We should be good to go. Oh, I went the wrong way because I'm a nerd. So I went this way. I need to go this way, I think. Watch me do it the wrong way again. Nope, that was the right way. Fantastic. And we're off. Oh, Michi, thank you. Trina, yeah, it's like I said, we're gonna figure that out, but you guys will get something as well, even if it's not full free shipping, and it might might be. It just TK and I have to stop and look at it to figure that out because that's a great question. So excited to see how this turns out. I'm excited to see how this turns out, honestly. Like I was really nervous when I first dyed it up because you know it's the undertones are two. They're a 2-dye system. Like you have to do the first bat and then you have to do the color over the top of that. And it can be a little difficult sometimes. And so I was a little nervous as to how that was going to work out. I think visually, at least, it looks really great. I'm getting a little bit of over spin on this, but that's not the fiber. That is my spinning happening here. That's because I need to tighten my tension. So we're just going to come in here and pull on that a little bit. Oh, and then, so TK came in, remember, and he gave me a drink of something and said he'd mix the two. I made homemade kombucha about a month ago, and it's been sitting. We've been fermenting the fruit in it. And so this is cherry kombucha, and it's perfect and delicious. But I also made some apple kombucha that is not quite fermented yet all the way, and TK mixed the two, and it's like a sour cherry. It's very good. What's up?
We could do up to $25 in free shipping, which is free shipping to the U.S., free shipping to Canada. At the worst, their shipping would be
So to do that, my question is, oh my goodness, did we just get a new member? Mindfully Crocheted, thank you so much for that membership. We really appreciate that. Look at that cannon go off. I did not have any sound for that cannon, by the way. Interestingly enough, it doesn't matter right now. Can we do that across the board? Will it take $25, up to $25 off?
An automatic discount of -25 on shipping. So it's
perfect.
You have to speak in. You have to turn the mic, push it away from you a little bit, and turn the tip towards you because you got to speak into the end of that microphone, not the side.
Okay, we're good. There you go. Widdershins are clockwise. It's so the shawl is Widdershins. The shawl is Widdershins. Okay, good. You guys heard it. I didn't hear it. Crazy. So yeah, I think what we'll end up doing, Trina, is that for the free shipping, what we'll do is up to $25 worth of free shipping on an order. So for people in the States, that unless they're buying like a crazy obscene amount of yarn, which no judgment, I'm all for that. That's going to be free shipping for them across the board. And for a lot of people like in Canada or in other places, it's going to take a huge chunk off your shipping, if not all of it. So we'll just do a cap out at 25, but that way you're getting a good chunk of change off as well. You heard a cannon. Woohoo, thank goodness. There we go. So TK got my, he also got the stretches button fixed for tonight as well. We didn't get a ton done for the show as far as, animations and, scrolls and things like that because we've been working so hard for Flock and Fiber. And I'm going to show you guys some pictures a little later on how that went down. Oh my gosh, did he get show and tell up for you guys? I haven't even looked. I should take a look at that, shouldn't I? I'm not going to lie. Do you want to know what I did today? I had breakfast and then I laid in bed and played video games all freaking day long. And I do not feel shameful about it in any capacity. I needed it. It popped for you guys. Good, good, good. Heard the cannon. Welcome, mindful. Yes, welcome indeed. I don't think I'm allowed that much more yarn. Yeah, no problem, Trina. We like to try to treat you guys. And, when we're doing shows here personally in town, I always feel bad to some degree because I know that there are so many people in this community that are not local. With that in mind, however, if you are in Washington, like near Seattle, we're doing a trunk show in Auburn, Washington at a Little Nitty. That'll be on December 16th. So that's going to be our holiday trunk show. And then if you are in Hood River, Oregon, or the Dalles, or anywhere in that area, the gorge, basically, we will be at Not Another Hat. And I believe we're going to be there on November 11th. So that's right before Thanksgiving. But let me double check that one real quickly. I have to look at a calendar. And we met the lovely owner of a shop in, I think it was Idaho. And I think it was Three Loves Yarn. I really hope that I'm saying all of this right and not just talking out of my bum. And she's very interested in setting up a trunk show sometime next year. So if you're in that area, we can possibly meet in person finally as well. Okay, so the November show is Saturday the 11th. That is correct. It was such a fun, relaxing day. Like, the best. Hit that like button. Thank you very much, Nick Cat. Did anyone watch the eclipse? So, funny thing, Miriam. Saturday morning, we all got up to go to the show, and there was heavy traffic out to Albany, I'm pretty sure because of the eclipse. But lo and behold, it was also the foggiest day of 2023. Like, you couldn't see anything. So I don't know if people were able to see it or not. I know I would have been really frustrated. Hood River is doable. Excellent. Boise-ish, yeah. Where did we say it was, TK? I mean, I could look it up. I should look it up. I'll look up the shop and I'll show it off to you. I'll show all three shops off to you guys, actually. Ooh, Elizabeth, how was it? That's what it looked like here, at least. You'll be in Lincoln City Veterans Day weekend. Is that Veterans Day weekend? Whoops-a-daisy. My gaming group is going to be so mad at me. It was cloudy there in the Midwest. You watch the magic shadows from the bed. I love it. That's the best way to watch them, right? When we had the total eclipse a few years ago, TK and I, the old house that we lived in was exactly on the 45th parallel. Like, there's a little sign and everything. And so suddenly all these people who I barely know or who I see very rarely, plus a lot of friends, suddenly they all wanted to come out to my house. So we had a huge group of people that crashed out at our house. I made breakfast for everybody, and we sat out back and we watched the total eclipse, and it was everything you'd think it was going to be. It was pretty magical. Oh, you watched it on Twitch? Disappear. That's brilliant. What a great idea. You're on your way to Spokane tonight, and it's killing you to be so close, but so far away. Oh my gosh, it's killing me too. What? Well, you'll be here in heart and spirit. I'll think a lot about you, but not in a creepy way, Yarn Pirate. You had a great view in Grand Junction, clear skies, and on the air show as bonus. And an air show as bonus. Nice. You decided to start a new Afghan instead of working on any of the other many other whips sitting in projects bags that are laying around you. Yeah, I thought about taking the mini squares out for the scrappy blanket tonight and starting the blocking process on those. I really actually wanted to, but I didn't think you guys would want to watch that tonight. I figured I'd give you some good old-fashioned spinning instead. We have all 30 of the drop spindles for the beginning drop spindles kits. I'm so excited. I just have to order the fiber to start dyeing up because, we ordered those tester ones, and as you can see, they're absolutely lovely. This is dyeing up, or this is spinning up. It's very dark, but it's very nice. I'm sure we'll get some flashes of that lovely gold and bronze color that come through here in a little bit, though. You'll just have to be happy with online shopping. Mr. Mindful points out the sign for the 45th parallel every time we drive past. TK loves pointing out. He loves to tell people that we lived on the 45th parallel. He still tells people that. And I'm like, dude, we don't anymore, though. And he's like, it's close enough. For the sake of the world, like, in proximity to how close everybody else in the world is to it, we live on the 45th parallel. I think that's fair. I'll take it. Okay, we're going to up the speed on this a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to stop it for a hot second. And we're going to bring in a little, oh, nope, I already did. Hi, Michelle Crochets. I met you from Carrie the Yarny Elephant and Mindfully Crocheted from the Fiber Show. Your yarn is so pretty. Nana, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. You get some confetti too. TK gets a little cranky when I use the confetti button too much, but maybe I use it too much just to make him cranky. It's close enough. Exactly. You went to the local library to watch live on YouTube. They had popcorn and crafts. What? Oh my God, Casey, that is freaking awesome. Man, I miss library events like that. When I was a little kid, our local library in North Portland would do these these like whodunit type of mysteries for kids. And we got to play basically the Sherlocks. And then all of the librarians and the volunteers and everybody, they were the murder mystery group pretty much. And you had to go, you got to have your crime that happened, right? And then you got a few little details, and then you got to go around and talk to all the suspects and ask them questions. And then at the end, you had to write on your paper who you thought did it, whatever it was. And I remember this one time, there was this older lady. She was very nice. And I'm asking her questions, and I'm sitting and I'm totally into it, right? I've got my hat on and everything, and I'm writing things down, and I'm chewing my gum. And it's ridiculous. And I go, so Mrs. whatever her name was, you said you're not married, correct? And she goes, that's correct. And I said, then why is there a wedding ring on your finger? And she starts laughing. And she's like, because I forgot to take it off before we did this evening, but good job. Totally threw her for a loop. I was like 10, maybe. I was also a little shit when I was 10. But for some reason, that stuck out in my brain. I don't even know how we got on this. We were talking about the library for the eclipse and events that they do at libraries. 45N90W is in a cornfield just north of here. Hey. Seen so many friends tonight over at my favorite. Oh, I'm glad, Sierra. I need permission to use most of the glitter yarn I own you from. What? Hold on. Of the glitter yarn I own from you to put it all into my king size Afghan, being held double with other yarns, but kitty glitter from the yes. You don't need permission, but I think that that's a brilliant idea, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. I love that idea. They all seem to work the best, but then I use the box sets. But what a great way to use the box sets, and they'll be well loved and snuggled. I bought my mom interchangeable circular needles for her birthday last month. I saw how useful they were. Oh my gosh, they're amazing, aren't they? I hope she loves hers. The confetti button. The library got me addicted to crochet patterns in the early 90s, since at that time I could not afford pattern books. Right? And nowadays, the internet provides us with a lot of free digital content for patterns. Like, it's just made it so accessible for people to learn things like fiber arts. But unfortunately, it does mean that libraries get used far less than they used to. Well loved and snuggled is always the answer. You've been getting in the habit of walking 1.5 miles with your 4-year-old to the library for story time. They have a lot of events. Oh, that makes me so happy. Love my library, says Miriam. It's just got a nice facelift. It's always been a good community center. Now it's awesome. I have another library story. This one's not as like warm and fuzzy and good, but it's pretty freaking funny. So the box sets make it like 20-ish more instead. There was a minor calculation error 3 years ago. Oh no. That's amazing. Okay, let's move this over a little bit because I got caught up in what we were doing. So my other library story. Once upon a time, when I was in my 20s, right after I learned how to knit, actually. You guys all know how I learned how to knit. You know about the story where I had a jerky ex-boyfriend who, I had my my gallbladder removed, and my boyfriend at the time broke up with me the day that I got out of the hospital, and blah, 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 blah. And my mom was like, you're going to learn how to knit. You're not going to feel bad for yourself. And that's how I learned how to knit. So during that time, I was also desperate to find new forms of community, because when you break up with somebody, it's not just breaking up with them, but you have mutual friends, and either you decide you're going to continue to see that person on a regular basis so that you can see your friends, or you give your friends a little bit of a break too for a while just to be safe. That's just how it works. So I decided I was going to try to find new friends and new community areas to go do things. And so we had a library down the street that was doing a book of the month club type thing, right? Where you would read a book, come in and talk about it. Very exciting. They were reading The Kite Runner. And the library's part in this was that they provided the place for you to talk about the book, but they also provided you with a free copy of the book for keepsies, which was amazing. So I got The Kite Runner for free from the library, read it. If you've never read this book, it's phenomenal, but it's also really heavy and brutal on your emotions. Like, it is a deep, dark, sad, and inspiring book in a ton of different ways. Anyway, so I get dressed up really nice, because I want to feel good about myself. And I make my way to the library with this very heavy book that I have finished in like 3 or 4 days because I want to be caught up and I want to be able to talk to these people about it. And I get there, and it's all a bunch of ladies who are at least 65 and up, which is not an issue. I'm like, okay, I was hoping for maybe a few people my age. I'm like 23, 24 at the time. That's fine. I know older people who I get along with perfectly well. This will be fantastic. So we get in there and I sit down. They're like, oh, hi, dear, blah, 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 right? And this lady sitting next to me looks at me, and I kid you not, she leans in and smiles and goes, oh, sweetheart, did you even read the book? And I was like, you mean, did I read the whole thing? Yes. Was I not? Yes, I did. She's like, oh. And then these women proceed to just, instead of talking about the book, they start talking about a bake sale that they want to do. And for about 5 minutes of the hour that we're supposed to be discussing this book, the only thing they talk about regarding the book is somebody brings up, when they're talking about points in the book that they like, that somebody really liked the idea that you have to wax the string on a kite. That's clever. Waxing it seems clever and like a really great way to be able to fly a kite without hurting your hands. That was the extent of this book that they discussed, and I never went back. There, that's my very long jibber-jabbery story about the nightmare that was a book club I joined through the library. The end. We need to start a club, the Snacks and Yarn Club. Oh, yes. Yes, we do. I agree. That's a brilliant idea. Yeah, I was just blown away. Oh my gosh, be careful, Yarn Pirate. Good luck. We'll talk to you soon. Did they read it? I don't know if they read it all the way through or if they were just really... Because there are parts of this book that are like flat out disturbing and sad. And I think maybe they just kind of blocked it out. Like, they're like, we don't need to talk about that. And so here we were talking about a bake sale instead. I was so confused. Also, beyond offended that some little biddy was like, did you even read the book? Who does that? At least they talked about fiber working. It sounds familiar. You've been there. Yeah. At what point in somebody's life do they decide it's okay for me to be condescending to younger people? Because if I ever reach that point, I hope somebody throws a water balloon and tells me to knock it off. TK says it's 42, which would make sense. At least they talked. Yeah. You think you already made your decision, but please make the ultimate box set glitter Afghan. Yes, I agree with Yarn Pirate. Do it. We all want to see it. Was it Bella? Was it Lady Bella that made the really pretty, intricate Storytime box set Afghan? I think it was. We haven't seen Lady Bella in a while. So, I mean, she made a whole entire Afghan out of one. It was gorgeous. She added Snuffy as one of the colors. And that worked because a lot of the colorways, because those books were all from the 70s and 80s, they all had kind of brownish tones in them anyway. Oh, what time is it? Oh, I always do it at 7:30, but I can do it now. It's an hour in. I thought 8 o'clock was the end of the show. Why are you confusing me? TK says we should stretch now. He's not wrong. We could stretch. We can always stretch. Honestly,
It's not my decision.
I've been playing video games all day long, so it's probably good for me to stretch my fingers out a little bit.
It's time to stretch.
It works. I can't hear it, but it works. I'm sure they can hear it. I can see if they can hear it, actually. Okay, here we are, my loves. We're going to get our stretches on. Honestly, this is so good. I don't do this nearly enough. Standing all day for 2 days. Honestly, I was standing all day for a week. You've got that door open with the cats. Just going to roll our shoulders back. You want to do that while I'm stretching? Okay. What do you want me to do? No. I don't want you to hurt yourself. He's like, you should stretch. And then he's like, let's move your mic. We're going to stretch one shoulder back. You're just kind of rolling your shoulders back. I know you can't hear me very well right now because he's fucking with my mic, and that's okay. I guess this is the time where I could say all the inappropriate things in the world. You're going to want to bring it forward a little bit more. Does that work? Like that? Okay, good. Okay, so now we're going to extend one hand out and bring it across our body like so. TK's head. Hello. Oh, I felt my shoulder pop. That was something else. And you're just going to stretch as far as you can go. And seriously, whatever stretches you need to do, you should do them. If you've been standing all day, maybe stretch your hamstrings out, stretch your legs out, get those squats in and work on your hiney. Not because it needs to look better. It's so dumb. But because honestly, it helps your hips out and your lower back big time. I had a ton of BK glitter and making it king. Yeah, do it. Okay, now we're going to extend our hand out and we're going to pull on the tips of our fingers. You guys know what we're doing. We're extending those tendons that are in our forearms. Hi, TK's hair. It was supposed to be lap size single strand. Oh my gosh, yeah. That's a little bit more than that. Now we're going to do the other hand. Oh my God, it feels so good, you guys. And then just roll. You and your swear mouth are very audible. I can't help it. As you are well aware, Elena, if you're not audible in my family, you just don't get heard. Just rolling our wrists out. We're going to roll the other way. Wonderful. Then just shake it out. I'm going to go ahead and turn my head like this. Just stretching out my neck. And we're going to stretch the other way. And we're going to have some hiccups. Now I need a bajillion of kitty glitter minis to go with the kitty glitter full skeins. I don't have minis, unfortunately. We tried minis for a while. They didn't do very well. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on our little fingers. Finger to fingers. I'm just going to roll those thumbs to start with. There we go. You're genetically not able to be quiet. It's true. You're very, very correct. Although I will state, and TK will probably agree with this, that as I have moved further away from my family, I have gotten much quieter. Every now and then I see my parents. Just read your shirt. Now I'm dying of laughter and getting looks. The Easy Bake Coven shirt. There's a whole coven too. They're great. TK got me this shirt. He got me this one. There was another one I really wanted to, but they were all out of it. They're all like old Choose Your Own Adventure or Scholastic looking type books. It's like how to raise your own, how to become a necromancer or something. I don't remember. It was very funny. You just got a hank of Final Frontier. Now you wish you had waited and gotten kitty glitter. Crochet Hooked, we are having that sale this weekend, the post off sale. And what that means is that all of our yarn, you can have up to $25 worth of free shipping on it. So you can always get that kitty glitter Final Frontier. I mean, it's right here in all its glory. So sparkly, so magical. And if you already have a skein of kitty glitter, you can take this. Do you have it in Cat's Cradle or in DK? If you have it in Cat's Cradle, it's really close to the same amount of yardage. Not quite. This is 430 and that's 420 or 460. But it's close enough that you could hold them together and it would be kind of sparkly and it would be more like a DK weight, which would be really cool. How to raise our own army of skeletons. Yeah, exactly. JK is JK, of course. That's joking, of course. I love you guys so much. Oh, y'all are the best. That is fantastic, Yarn Pirate. You just got a BK gift card from your in-laws for your birthday. Happy birthday, Bubbles. And I saw that gift card come through today. Happy birthday to you. I don't have the birthday button, so you get me singing happy birthday to you. There you go. Mwah. I hope it's really great. And yeah, it's basically just a free shipping sale for you guys, because I know you can't come to off necessarily. So this way you get to see and hang out and get all the goodies without having to pay for the shipping and handling. What were your super awesome plans for today, Bubbles? We're all dying to know. So let's see. I should check. I don't know. Is show and tell up, you guys? I don't know if TK put it up or not, and I haven't actually looked in Discord since we started the show to find out, which I should probably do. Birthday content superior to the button. Oh, it's 100% superior to the button. It just doesn't happen all the time. It didn't cost us anything. You know why it didn't cost us anything, TK? Because I didn't use the actual words of the birthday song. I made a parody, and parodies are perfect. Ask Weird Al. Not down here, but up here. I think we're back, guys. I can see it.
When I moved it, I pulled one of the cables too tight.
Sorry about that. Okay, cool. Sorry. So what I was telling you all, since you couldn't see me jibber jabber, I was talking about this birthday song that TK found where you insert a person's name into it. How did the song go? It's still crackly.
Oh, wait, hang on, sorry.
What were you saying about Dick? You could hear me. So it was happy birthday, Dick. Dick, it's your birthday. Dick. It was the most ridiculous thing that I had ever heard. And he played it for me on my birthday, and I died a little bit. Repeat it all. Oh, I love you guys. It just wouldn't be a proper BK stream without at least one technical difficulty, particularly with the audio. It's true. Those become less and less, though, which has been great. We've got subtitles, but no sound. So the computer could hear you. Oh, that's fantastic. So you guys, I don't ever get to see the subtitles. So I'm glad those come through. Do the subtitles make up words sometimes when I say them the wrong way? Because I know that there are a lot of words that I do not pronounce properly. So I've got to imagine that the computer's just like, the fuck did she just say? Sure, this is a word. That's really funny. Oh my gosh. That's interesting that the computer could still hear me and you guys just couldn't. Fascinating. I learn new things every day. Okay. Let's check to see. It guesses pretty well. Some words just don't come through. Okay, that's good to know. Definitely auto-generated subtitles get pretty funny when you say them the right way. Oh, really? That's funny too. I like the ones where people have a computer like generate what they're typing, I guess. And it gets real weird sometimes. Let's check real quick. And it's monotone. It's so strange. Let's open Discord. Do not switch. I wanted to see whether or not he's got show and tell up. Show and tell fiber arts. He does have show and tell up. Excellent. So if you haven't popped things in show and tell, I know it's been 2 weeks, kids. Feel free to head over there and pop something in there. Just remember it needs to be fiber arts related. So that can be crochet, knitting, weaving, sewing, cross stitch, anything that has to do with the fiber of art can go on in there and we'll take a look at it. In the meantime, I was going to show you guys some stuff from off, particularly. So Oregon Flock and Fiber has their own social media, which is great. They should. I love that they do that. I think it's wonderful. I wonder if it's on their Instagram. Let's do it that way instead of through Facebook. So if I come over here, I go Oregon Flock and Fiber, but you have to sing it. I want them specifically. No, but your posts are weird. These are not the posts I was after. This is interesting. Hold on. Okay, so no, we're not going to go through their Instagram because it doesn't look like they manage it very well. Not surprised. But they do manage their Facebook, so we'll do it that way. So I was on the Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival today. See if I can get this inset button to work. Yes. And we'll just do it this way. Here it is. And I'm going through and they're showing pictures off from the festival. And I'm like, wait a second. They have like this selfie with the animals and stuff. And this is the picture that popped up. I don't know these people. I mean, I remember them coming by the booth, but I don't actually know them personally. But I was like, wait a second. I know that button. I can't zoom in. Can I zoom in? I can. Dun, 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 dun. She's got a Boss Kitty button on. It was the first picture that popped up. It cracked me up. I was like, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. It was very funny. I thought it was very funny. I do have other off pictures. I do not have them on my computer. They're on my phone. Wisdom Queen actually got them for me because she's so kind. So we will probably show those off in Discord later on. I'll post those tonight or I'll post them tomorrow morning. You guys can take a look at them. These are not the posts you're looking for. Exactly. Good night, Marie. Thank you for stopping by. It's good to talk to you. And Knit Cat looked fantastic. She had the mask that I forgot to bring from home, which I have one of. Is faint but mostly inaudible. Oh no. It censors me. Get out of town. Oh, it censors me. Does the voice thing censor me? Like when I say fuck, does it not say it? Because that will hurt my heart. My curses should not be silenced. So are people modeling what they finished for show and tell? Yes, you can absolutely model what you finish for show and tell. That's totally fine. Absolutely. How was the off dinner gathering? Bubbles, it was a lot of fun. Mostly we had some vendors there. We went to this Italian restaurant. It's the same one that we went to last year, and I think we're just going to make a habit of it every year. And I had some seafood pasta deliciousness that I remember tasted really good, but I don't remember anything past that because I was so freaking tired. And I also had a hard liquor drink, which if you know anything about me, you know it takes 2 drinks tops and I'm passed out. So 1 drink and I was pretty tipsy. Oh, the caption censors me. That's funny. That's adorable. Brackets for all the racket. Love it. That's so good. Wednesday's laying down on your pillow, we believe. Aw. I wish that TK would bring Zuzu in for a second so you guys could see how big she's gotten. She is over a year old now, which blows my mind. And she's become such a sweet, lovey girl. She likes when I'm laying in bed, if I'm laying on my back, she likes to jump up on the bed and plop down on my lap. Just like that. And then she turns upside down and reaches out for me. It's very sweet. Oh, let's get that closed. Seems like discrimination to me. Someone should send a letter to YouTube. I agree. I mean, I can't speak apparently. My curses are not hurting anybody. They're not real curses. Let's be honest here, kids. I could show them a curse or two, but I wouldn't. You were just saying something about seals in French, though, right? What? I said nothing about seals in French, but now I want to talk to a seal in French. I feel like censoring the captions automatically is people who need subtitles should get the full experience. I agree. And then they could be a SFW option if you could turn it off if they wanted. That is exactly how it should be. They shouldn't just make that choice for you. I mean, it's not even that profane. Let's be honest. People say way worse things. Okay, so this is spinning up really nicely. Like it's very soft. Not having any issues with a lot of nubbies or anything. There are certainly some areas that are a little uneven, not in the fiber, just in my spinning, but that's just me. But it's very soft. It's not felted together. So yeah, I think this test has been a success. Also, you need to let people just let off steam and curse from time to time. Like it's good for you. The deaf community is getting discounted BK. It's true. I mean, like I'm 25% fucks and shits, let's be honest. Seal pup equals baby. Oh. I'm still going with brackets for the racket. Okay, look at that. It looks great. Whoopsies. Adjunct animal sounds, a French seal. We'll have to save that one for Craft Hole. Do you guys know what it means that you guys are getting the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups over on Craft Hole? It means that TK is going to have to do adjunct animal sounds from time to time. I'm so looking forward to this. Nobody take that out of context. That'll be my new short, that I'm 25% fucks and shits. You shouldn't need to hear to enjoy the full range of BK's vocabulary. Here, I'll fix it. Are you ready? I heart all of you. So here's a big fuck, but not to you. There, that's the best I can do. I'm so excited for this. Yes, please. Right? The Adjunct Animals by TK. Me too. Having experienced them firsthand, because that's how this game started. To all the new people in here who shut up from off, I hope you were prepared for what you were getting into. Because all I told you all was, yeah, we do this sweet little stitch and bitch on Mondays. Sorry. And watch the numbers drop suddenly. Like, yeah, we're done. We're done. We're out. This is how we weed through the people who probably don't want to be here. I hope you love her as much as we all do. Oh, thank you. Serious question. Does anyone only eat the 9 chip serving size? No. Nobody eats. Okay. Hold on. I shouldn't say nobody. This is real talk time, right? Nobody eats the 9 chip serving size willingly. Hold on. Okay. Not on purpose. Like they try sometimes. You think I'm going to be good. I'll have a serving of chips and you try. And then you're like that chip was broken in half. That wasn't a full chip. So I'm going to have another chip. And that one over there, that was missing a corner. So I think I need another chip. This is how I justify it to myself at least until I'm well past the point of justification and I'm just like give me the flippin' chips at this point. So that's my answer to you. Knit your pants should have been your first warning. Exactly. Did I ever tell you guys about the sweet lady that came up and she's like, I don't understand the knit your pants. Why would you knit your pants? And I was like, because we have yarn and you can technically knit pants. And it seemed like a silly thing to do. I don't know. My husband made the sign. I threw him under the bus. Oh, yeah, if you buy the single serving bag. David, that's a good point. I'm pretty sure I had the 15 chip serving size today. That's some self-control right there. I have to for your health. Casey, like that's amazing. Good on you guys. For those of you who stick to that, I think that's fantastic. For those of you who don't, good on you. I think that's fantastic too. Eat whatever you feel you need to eat or not eat, and don't feel bad about it either way. Happens with frozen yogurt for you. Who can eat just the serving size? I can't have ice cream, so it's my substitute nowadays. So technically, I'm pretty sure TK and I are both lactose intolerant. Not like super lactose intolerant, enough that we drink lactose-free milk. I can't have a lot of mozzarella without it hurting my tummy, but I can eat harder cheeses and stinky cheeses, thank God, because I would not be okay if I couldn't. But here's the problem. I'm an ice cream fiend. I like frozen yogurt, and I like, but it has dairy in it too. And there are even some dairy-free or lactose-free ice creams that are not bad, but they're not the same. So I just deal with it sometimes. I immediately after eating ice cream, my stomach hurts, and I don't care. I should, and I don't. You should be proud of yourself, Yarn Pirate. Now I want animal crackers. Chips per sandwich itch. I'm the chat with me. Tell me someone I'm the chat is with me. I have followed the serving size rule and have had lost 50. That's amazing. You get confetti too. That's really fantastic. Being mindful of that kind of stuff is great. And certainly, I know it works for some people. It doesn't work for other people, but it's working for you. And that's wonderful. Okay. Ouch, 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 ouch. I've got all this pretty yarn going on here. I'm talking to you guys so much that I'm not moving my little thing along the bobbin. Okay, let's see. We're just getting right through this, aren't we? So I think we're going to start show and tell probably in about 10 to 15 minutes. But with seconds, I'm in the bathroom with ice cream because I can have yogurt and hard cheeses. Thank God, because I love cheese. Eggs, right? I would not be able to give up cheese. Well, thank you, Cassandra's cat. Smooth and fun travels. Yes, Yarn Pirate, be safe, and we hope to talk to you soon. We love you. Trying to think. Has anybody gone to the pumpkin patch yet for October? We are going this Saturday with my family and with some of my friends. There's also like an oddities marketplace that's going on in Portland on Saturday that I kind of want to go to, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I got to talk to TK. I haven't brought that up to him yet. You guys know what TK did today? He also went and had breakfast with me, but instead of resting and relaxing afterwards, he grabbed his earnings from because we each get a little bit of thank you for working your ass off money after off. Even if we've got to pay a bunch of bills, we make sure that there's at least a little bit of something for each of us, because you don't want to burn out, right? So he took his and he ran to the comic book store. It was very cute. We found a new it's not new, it's new to us, but we found a new to us comic book shop here in Salem, which is exciting because there's not very many here. Not ones that at least have a fair amount of back issues or graphic novel content that is older stuff that TK is really into. So he's pretty much in heaven on earth right now. You were there this weekend and then realized while I was there, there was an eclipse. Oh, very cool. Don't encourage her. That child cost me almost $3K within a week. Oh my gosh, Cassandra. You have 24 pumpkins growing in your backyard. Elizabeth, I'm so jealous. I only got 3. And then I baked them and I made bread out of them. And it was delicious. Sounds like it's been a weird week. Can he even play video games with his broken hand? Very carefully. Because his hand's not broken, just his middle finger. So he can use his thumb. He just has to be careful about it. You keep forgetting to move your slide. That is so exciting. Your mom and pop comic shop here is closed a few years ago and you miss it dearly. I used to work for a comic shop in Portland and I wouldn't really call it a mom and pa. It liked to have that vibe, but it was owned by the people who own Dark Horse, so it really wasn't. But I mean, I enjoyed it. It was one of all the jobs I've had, it's one of my favorite jobs. Because you get to play with comics all day and, I got to teach people how to play Pathfinder and D&D and you get kids that come in and that's the only source of reading material that they're really interested in. And so it's kind of a gateway to other types of reading material. It was a blast. I mean, there were downsides to it too, for sure, but I certainly miss it sometimes. Moving to Salem when we did was kind of a culture shock for both of us because there were no comic shops here. And at the time, there really weren't any yarn shops either. We've got Wild Knits now, which is fantastic. I love Holly so much. But yeah, it was pretty lonely for a while there. Froze those too, so I can have a couple a day. You've baked 3 pumpkins and frozen enough to make pies for yes, smart girl. I froze some of the baked pumpkin too, and then I took it out and made more pumpkin pie or pumpkin bread out of it. It's not goofy at all, Mindful. You absolutely recommend Chipotle bitchin' sauce. It's your current favorite to put on anything. I don't think I've ever had it before. Sorry, I'm just catching up on reading. I've never done the cream cheese muffins. Okay, so the bread that I made was pumpkin bread and it had orange juice in it, a little bit of orange juice in it, and it was supposed to have chocolate chips in it. And the first time I made it, I put chocolate chips in it. It was delicious. But TK thought it was a little too much. So we made it without the chocolate chips. And I had also made some plum jam from Italian plums. That was so good. And if you take the plum jam and you put it on top of the bread, it's perfect. I also made, I've been a busy girl. We also made, we got a bunch of apples. And so I made some apple pie filling and canned it. So I've got like 6 jars of apple pie filling in the cupboard if I want Insta pie pretty much. And then there were leftover apples from that I made like apple fritter pancakes. They were really good. So it had apple cider in it and then cinnamon, nutmeg, all that kind of stuff. A little bit of sugar. But then you took an apple and you shredded it and you put that into the pancake as well. So you got some of that kind of apple texture in it. And they were so good also with the plum jam on them. TK really likes those too. Dairy-free and great. Ooh, I'm going to have to check it out. Oils infused in most anything can use rosemary or a derivative of as a natural preservative. I'm very sensitive to rosemary. They don't have to label it. Oh, no. The spinach artichoke is a little... Oh, I have had bitchin' sauce. Okay, I have because we get it from the store. We've had the artichoke one before. It was really good. And I've had the cilantro chili as well. I thought they were a little thin. But then I had originally bought them as like a dipping sauce instead of just a sauce to put on stuff. But like in rice bowls and stuff, they're really good. You got a pumpkin sundae from a family-owned ice cream stand. It was a pumpkin pie piece with ice cream and caramel drizzle. Oh my God, Miranda, that sounds phenomenal. Now that it's randomly in anything that has oils, and maybe this is a time and not the next. It's changed your life. Okay. Yeah, man. That's like, and not to share too much, I'm sure she doesn't mind, but Elena's really allergic to cinnamon, and they put cinnamon oil stuff in a ton of stuff. So she has to be really, really mindful of that. TK, onions. When we go out to restaurants, it's a nightmare because, I mean, not to that degree, because you can find out if stuff has onions in it, but he has a hard time because, you know, he wants something. And we went out last night as an example, and they had meat pies, and he had to ask, you know, do you have onions in your meat pies? And the waiter's like, oh no, because it's not on the menu. But they go back and ask, and like, oh, actually, yes, it was stewed down with onions. Well, of course it was. So yeah, it's interesting. The little things like that really just make all the difference. Cinnamon season is killing you right now. Oh, I bet. Onions in everything. And it makes me feel bad. It's part of the reason we don't eat a lot of Thai food or Italian food, like when we eat out at least. When I make salsa, I don't make it with onion. And I'll be honest, I can't tell a difference. Other people who've tried my salsa can't tell a difference either, other than the fact that you don't get the onion aftertaste. And I love onion, so. But onions or the spice themselves, they do not. You had a carrot cake shake in South Dakota that was just a piece of carrot cake. No. Oh my God, that sounds so good. Now I just want a freaking milkshake. A spice or natural flavor. Yep. Joe can't eat strawberries, and that's not really a big deal. Joe's my brother. Joe can't eat strawberries, and that's not really a big deal because a lot of people can't eat strawberries, and still, you know, people know, you know, if things have strawberry in it. The only reason this is a big deal is because I forget that my brother can't eat strawberries, and I'm constantly trying to give him things that have strawberries in it all the time. In fact, on Friday, when you do a show, a lot of the time, the people who run the show will give vendors little goodie bags that have food in it to keep them going while they're setting up. And Off did that. And so I was divvying out the goodie bag to people. And I said, here, Joe, you can have the fruit roll up. And he's like, sweet, thanks. And he grabs it and he looks at me. He's like, why do you hate me? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, it's strawberry. Why do you do this to me? You've known me for almost 40 years. Why do you do this? I'm like, didn't do it on purpose. I bake shit for him that's got strawberries in it. Almonds are the other thing. He can't have tree nuts. And so, cookies that call for almond flour. I forget. I totally forget all the time. And I make cookies and I'm like, Joe, try this cookie. And he's like, gets it this far to his mouth and he can smell the almond. He's like, what is wrong with you? I will go into shock. I'm sorry, I forgot. Maybe subconsciously I just want to kill my brother and I'm not aware of it. Joe, if you're watching this, I promise, and I love you. Oh my gosh. Your friend is allergic to black pepper. Oh my God, that's too much. I do, apparently. I really am out to kill my brother. I used to make scones and they were always, I love strawberry. That's part of the problem is I love strawberries. And so, and his allergy to strawberries is, it's not something he had when he was a little kid. So it's not like it was, you know, ingrained in my brain when I was a child. It didn't happen until he was a teenager. And frankly, he wasn't around a lot when he was a teenager. So, but even so, after all this time, I should know better. He's a good dude. He is a good dude. It's a sibling thing, right? You tried to make the most of your baked goods with almond flour. Luckily, my family are okay with it. And it's delicious, right? Like, it's really good. I forget. I'm always forgetting. I'm like, try this thing. And he gets so excited. And now he just asks. Even on dumb stuff. Like, I'm like, do you want some canned pickles? And he's like, is there flour in them? I'm like, or is there almond flour in them? Do you hide a strawberry in there? I'm like, no. Why would I do that? That's a dumb thing to do to a pickle. Who eats strawberry pickles? That's gross. You're allergic to pork. My old roommate, Jasmine, was allergic to pork as well. Your own mom keeps having me try things with bacon in them. Yep, her grandmother would do that as well. Her grandmother was like this, was from the South. And so like she felt that potato salad had to have bacon in it. And it had to have real bacon. It couldn't have turkey bacon because she would just make it with turkey bacon. Her grandma would get so mad. Why don't you make it with real bacon? She's like, because it will kill me, grandma. But thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad potato salad is more important to you than my life. And so I made her potato salad to take to her family's picnic one year, and I put turkey bacon in it, and it was like it's kind of like a ranch and Frank's hot sauce potato salad. So it has a ranch mix in it, and then it's got a little bit of Frank's hot sauce in it, not a lot, but it kind of makes it taste like you're eating potato salad chicken wings. Basically, it's really good. And it's usually got regular bacon in it, but it's got bacon in it. And it's got a little I don't even remember. I have to think on it. Olives and egg and some other stuff. And her grandmother devoured it. She's like, this is delicious. And she's like, well, number one, it's got turkey bacon in it, so hush. Number two, a white girl made it. Congratulations. And she didn't believe her. She was like, what? It's great. I loved it. Grandma already had her baby. She didn't need a grandbaby. Exactly. Pixie, are you allergic to cats? Oh no, 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 no. This is why my mom. You've never worried about baking around peanuts and nuts, but a ton of people are now allergic to peanuts, and I'm paranoid since we eat so many. That's how I feel about, so that's how I feel about flour, because there are people who have legit, problems with eating wheat. And I've seen some people who get really, really, really sick from it. And so if I'm going to a party now and I'm making something and I don't know anybody there, I'm so nervous to bake anything that has flour in it and not like coconut flour, almond flour. Even that though, because people are allergic to almonds, clearly. So it's the whole thing. I'm like, I made a thing and this is what's in it, and I really hope it doesn't kill you. So if it does, maybe feed it to somebody else or just smell it because it smells nice. Ta-da! I should just knit shit for people, except for people who are allergic to wool. Seriously, you're screwed either way. So just do what you're going to do. Be nice. They'll understand it's the thought that counts. Just be transparent and let them know what the hell is in it so you don't kill them. That is tonight's, what's the word I'm looking for right now? When you learn something. That's the takeaway. That's not the word I'm looking for, but we're going with that's the takeaway of tonight's show. Moral. That is the moral of tonight's show. That was what I was looking for. I think, you guys, it might be time for show and tell because I'm losing my brain. Okay, so let's get it up and going. Are you guys ready? Hold on one second. Just moving my screen a little bit because I have to look at the other screen in order to see chat for this. Okay, you're allergic to cats, you say, as you pet a kitten sleeping in your lap. I know a lot of people allergic to cats who still still have cats. So E, fall cardigan I finished in time for the Grand Canyon. Looks amazing. The Grand Canyon brings the oranges out in your cardigan, so that's perfect. Also, what a view. And then 7 crocheted pumpkin hats for your 14-year-olds teachers. What a great idea. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Do you make them hats for the holidays too? There was a fellow this weekend who couldn't eat the bacon because the gluten it ate would cause the gluten. Wow. And some of those things are legit. Crochet hooked. Finished socks for my mom's birthday today. A bag to put them in, and a catch-all tray to add to my holiday gift stash. These look fantastic. I know that these are your summer fall craft along socks as well that you have posted. So remember, you guys, we are doing the craft along still. I'll probably be working on the socks next week, I hope, once things have settled down a little bit. You guys have till the end of the year to finish at least one pair of socks in the craft along to be eligible to win a gift card. Crochet, these look great. Here's the bag for them. I love the idea of making the gift bag for the gift you've made her. It's just beautiful and wonderful, and she can use it for other things. And then your little catch-all holiday gift stash tray. Super cute. It almost looks like a die, like a rolling tray for dice. Miss Monster finished the Snicket socks in Laura Palmer, and they're gorgeous, you guys. And now you can make them in kitty glitter, Laura Palmer. What? No, they're really beautiful. And you're still working on the Hobbiton and Larkspur. Next is another pair of Hobbiton in 11sies and Snuffy. Oh, these are gorgeous, though. I love the way Larkspur looks in socks. You get all that brass that just comes through, and your socks are always so pretty. I'm also really digging these socks because the calf area is bigger than the rest of it, and you don't see that in a lot of socks anymore. That's okay, Yarn Pirate. So did I. And then we have, so 11sies is a colorway from when we did the a Lord of the Rings inspired box set. This was years ago. And it's kind of like Rupert, but it also has some green in it. And it might be a color we bring back for a while at some point or replace Rupert with. I'm not sure, for a while at least. I just really dig it. I like having both the green and the brown in there. And I think you guys liked it too. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. Not to toot my own horn. P, first socks with the Afterthought heels and the Journalist. Yay! Progress on the Carol bralette for a friend with huge tracts of land and 13 Nights of Poe. Okay, so she made socks out of the Journalist, which is our Sarah Jane color from one of our box sets for the Doctor Who box set. This is the first time I've seen this used. So, or completed at least. And it's gorgeous. I love them. I like how they striped up like that. I hope you like them. And you've got the bralette right here. It's looking really great. Your friend's going to love it. I can't believe you're working with black yarn. Seriously, more power to you. That's amazing. And then the 12 Nights of Poe is beautiful. This is that craft along you guys are doing with alt knots, right? I have not seen any of the finished pieces, so this is really great to see. I'm kind of jealous. This is beautiful. Did she create the pattern? Oh, it's so beautiful. I love the shading in the skull. Very lovely indeed. I know you adore that color. JK and I have had this conversation a lot. You use a bigger needle on the leg and then switch to a small. Okay, you get confetti for that, Miss Monster, because that's brilliant. Lily Chan, I finished my freeform Halloween party cardi this morning. I just want to say party cardi for the rest of my life. And it took on a mind of its own and ended up twice as big as I intended. It's very cozy and perfect for passing out candy. This is fabulous. I love the confetti look, like all of the crazy greens and oranges going on in the body. I love the stripes. I love the details with the little pumpkins along the edging right here. If you guys really look at this, it's just, you can see them right here. They're amazing. This had to take so much time and love. And yes, I hope you wear this every year to hand candy out in, because it's the best. And you need a really over the top floppy witch hat to go with it. Friend's choice of color, got it on local yarn shop day. Yay! It's a good color. Vicky, Granny Pop pullover in progress for my great niece. Oh, this is also great. I like the collar on this. I mean, I love all of it, but a lot of people will just pick one of the colors to use for the collar and the bottom piece, right? And you actually went with all of them. I think it's a really bold move, and yeah, I think it was really clever. Excuse me. Bubbles. The first two are my Water Bear cardigan. Fun cardi with a brioche wave along the collar. And the final one is a colorwork cowl. Bubbles, this is stunning. I have never seen anything like this where the brioche creates that type of wave look, right? So it's not just being used for the look of the brioche. It's actually creating a structure within the piece itself, and it's kind of blowing my mind. Your brioche is always just so inspiring. Here's some detail on it, you guys. Brioche doesn't have to always be two colors. You can use it for so many different things, and I guarantee you this section of this sweater is extra cozy. Karen Cake in Mai Tai. Oh, lovely. That looks like the best Starburst wrapper colored sweater ever. I agree, Elena. It does. That's exactly what this looks like. Like, they look like little Starbursts themselves. And here's some color work she's working on a cowl. Also gorgeous. Clearly this is for the winter season. You've got pine cones and little pine needles and stuff. And oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. You have so much going on in this too, because you've got the color work, you've got the braids across. Oh my gosh, so much talent. And my Rhinebeck sweater for this upcoming Sunday. That's right, Rhinebeck is this weekend. For those of you that get to go, I'm so jealous and so excited. And next week, definitely show off pictures. Like, that's part of Fiber Arts as well. I want to see pictures from Rhinebeck. So we'll make an exception for next week. If you're going to Rhinebeck, show me some pictures. And also, if you went to off, you can show me pictures as well. So we'll put little festivals in from time to time. We'll just throw it into, spice things up from time to time. I'll remind you guys next week, though. You're taking your mom, niece, and your friends. Friends, kids. That's very exciting. And you're going to get so many compliments on this sweater. It looks amazing. You're off a bit early to relax and play your Switch for the night. Cheers and love to you all. You're all so talented and wonderful, and it was so great seeing you all. Good night. Sierra, good night, and thank you so much. We love having you here. We'll see you on Monday. That's exactly what it's supposed to remind you of, is waves. Yep. Jinxie, I'm working up hats for my friends and I. We're doing a D&D trip weekend in Seattle, and I'm at 2 out of 6. The one I just completed is my own, and it's in BK. So I am so happy I'm not the only one that takes D&D trips with their friends. It looks fantastic. Oh my gosh, it just looks so scrunchy and wonderful. And soot is a perfect color, and it looks great on you. Your glasses are too damn cute. You're like the sweetest looking witch ever. Ooh, I like this one though too. The red, the fire. It's very good.
Something to think about with show and tell.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't just have to be a project you're working on. If you go to a fiber festival,
I just said that.
If you find a yarn seller or somebody selling something fiber related at a craft show.
You have to come say this in here because right now they're just getting dead air. Or I'll say it for you, but yeah. So basically, DK said what I just said. Fiber arts doesn't have to necessarily be something you're working on. If you see something that is fiber art related, take a picture and send it to us. We'd love to see that in show and tell. If you're going to a festival, take pictures of that. Like I said, if you're in a shop and you're excited about the new shop, that's all fine. As long as it's fiber arts related, that's what we want to see. So this is from JK. Handspun I'm working on, dressed up as Kiki's mom with a handspun crochet and knitted scarf. Headscarf I made for it. And knitting on the red vest for Kiki's dad's costume for my hubby. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. I love the orange and the black and the neutral tones. And then here she is working on the sweater for it. You look so damn cute. You should wear like kerchiefs in your hair all the time. It looks really good on you. Oh my gosh. So that's the red vest. And then here's the headscarf you made for it that you're wearing. And it looks adorable. Wear it all the time. It's really, really, really cute. You guys, what a great show to come back to. Thank you so much. It's been so much fun just hanging out with you guys. I should turn off the offset. Totally forgot to do that. BFL and Burnt Umber. Yes. So yeah, remember, we will be back on Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. The free shipping sale, so the post off sale will start at midnight this Friday, the 20th. And we'll go through midnight on Sunday, the 22nd. And so we can talk about that on Monday afterwards. I hope you all have a wonderful week. If you were at off and you got some goodies, I hope you get to play with them. I would love to see them. If you're at Rhinebeck, I hope you have a blast. I've never been. I've always wanted to go. So spread the Boss Kitty word for sure while you're there. Do something absolutely fabulous that we can all talk about next Monday. Have a wonderful week and weekend. And until next time, my loves, as always, happy crafting. Good night. What button do I push? That one? Hey!